Right, we take you to KZN now, where a fire wreaked havoc at the Dakota Informal settlement in Isiphingo Beach, eThekwini in KwaZulu-Natal last night. Now, it's estimated that over 400 structures were burnt down. No injuries or fatalities have been reported. SABC News reporter Vusi Khumalo joins us now for a live update. Vusi, thank you so much for your time. So, devastating visuals we are seeing coming in. Has the government stepped in to come and assist some of the fire victims yet?
Yes, the eThekwini municipality has just released a statement saying that their government officials are still here trying to assess the extent of the damage, and then later on, after having quantified the extent of the damage, they will then tell the media or the South Africans as to about how this fire was caused, but mainly are coming from the PR Council and also some of the locals who are blaming the faulty electrical wires that have been connected illegally in what we called Isiphingo to be blamed for the fire that gutted more than 350 informal shacks that are here at Dakota Beach, just between Durban and Amanzimtoti. Let's talk to a few victims now, people who have been staying here for a number of years. Many of them are saying that they've been here for more than 12 years. Let's speak to Vusi Khumalo just to get her side of the story about how things unfolded before her eyes here. Mama, ukafishane nje usitshelile igama to Vusi Khumalo. Awusitshela ukuthi umonakalo omngakanani ukuthi bekuyini le kahle hle na nezingane obuhlala nazo nibanga kuninonke emndenini nokukhahlamezeka nje kwenu.
Umonakalo mkhulu kakhulu bhuti, ngoba kushile nje indlu ebesihlala kuyona plus bengidayisa izishile zonke izinto ebezingaphakathi endlini, nezingane ke sihlala siwu9 ngaphakathi endlini nje, kushile yonke into, ama uniform ezingane, yonke into nje, yonke into.
Ngabe likhona usizo senilitholile nanokuthi nilalephi, ngoba there's no way ukuthi beningalala la izolo ebusuku?
Alukho usizo sesilitholile, silale nje emgwaqweni nje kwaze kwasa, alukho nje usizo silitholile.
Sizokuthu uhulumeni kade khona la izolo, nanokuthi ngesikhathi kufika imoto eyinhlekelele ecishamlilo ayikwazanga ngani ukufika kule ndawo le la kuze kwasha khona umjondolo wakho washwanqoqa?
Ifikile kodwa manje abasheshanga ukuthi bacishe, kushile nje sebevele bekhona bengacishi. Sazi ke ukuthi sizathu bekuyini ukuthi kungacisheki sebefikile.
Awushela ukuthi lo monakalo nje uyasitshela ukuthi bekuyispaza shop lebo kade usirana la, umonakalo omngakanani? Kukhona okwazile ukuthi ukusave okwangashana nokuthi uma ukusavile kukuphi njengamanje?
Cishe izikhwamanyana ezimbili esizamile ukuzikhipha zile emgaqweni. Akukho into eningi nje sikwazile ukuthi sikhiphe.
Onithi nilale komakhelwane ngoba likhona ihholo la, niswanga khona ehholo?
Cha, siswanga khona ehholo.
Nilale kwamakhelwane?
Silale kamakhelwane.
Senzokwenza njani manje ngoba konke nje usho neuniform konke ukudla kukho nezinto ebenidayisa, mhlambe nanokuthi usizo ongathi mhlambe ungalidinga kwamanje ungathini kumuntu olalele kakhulukazi uhulumeni?
Usizo ngingalidinga njengamanje ukuthi ngikwazi ukuthi ngiyakhelwe indlu, sikwazi ukuthi sihlale ngaphakathi endlini, ngoba asazi ukuthi sizolalaphi kuyimanje, sizohlalaphi, asazi futhi nokuthi sizodla ini. Singacela nje usizo lokwakhelwa nokudla.
Siyabona khona ama drinks la ambalo kanjalo nizinkwa, ngabe kuqhamukapi? Ngabe uhulumeni khona isandla sesifakile so far?
Cha, asikho isandla sifakile uhulumeni, sisizwa amasulumane.
Anisiza ngani?
Ngezinkwa nama drink.
Okay, siyabonga kakhulu mani, be right.
Okay, siyabonga.
Well, Vusi Khumalo is saying that they've got no place to from last night when the fires broke down here. They were left homeless. There is no home now left here in this what used to be a spaza shop. She's saying that she lost almost everything when the fires destroyed their spaza shop, and there were just a few items that were they were, as the family of nine were able to salvage and also to pick up. But she did also say just before interviews that she also, those items that were saved were also stolen by the very same community that is also staying here in this area. As Babu Chapane is showing you the extent of the damage, Mamsi Moneti, as she is saying, they are in a family of nine, including her 5 children, her nieces, and also some of the family relatives who were staying with her here. She's saying that government has not assisted them in any way. They've only got a few cool drinks and also bread items that were brought by Good Samaritans who were here last night. We also know that the gift of the Givers humanitarian organization, an international one, also did come here and also provided them with some assistance. There were also some church organizations that were here and were able to help the eThekwini fire emergencies to ensure that they also save a few houses that were, government was able to assist. According to the statement from eThekwini municipality, they were able to save 50 houses, but unfortunately 350 houses were gutted and there was nothing left of these structures, but a few that were left. People are trying now to pick up a few pieces, trying to rebuild their structures using the very bent corrugated iron in order to rebuild the structures that were burnt as a result. So the eThekwini municipality is saying that their officials are currently on the scene trying to assist wherever possible. So, and there was also another challenge of the eThekwini fire and emergency vehicles that were not able to get to the top of the mountain due to the area being so in flux, and also there is no passage that the fires or that the fire brigade can be able to maneuver through or negotiate their way to the top of the mountain. So the eThekwini is saying that that was the main reason they were not able to spring to action, so that they were able to douse the fires that were engulfing this whole area, resulting in the burning of 350 houses and only able to save only 50. So people now at the moment, they are saying that just like Mamsi Moneti, she is in desperate need of a house that can accommodate the 9 people who were living here, and also her spaza shop that was also raised to the ground, and also just like many residents here are trying to rebuild their structure so that they can have their livelihoods and also their lives back. We also saw a number of church organizations that are here, those including some of the local pastors who also sprang to action and helping in whatever way possible, as we have seen some of the bread items and also the cool drinks that were brought in earlier on, so that people can have something to eat at this moment.
Vusi, it's utter devastation as we have in this conversation there. And, you know, there had been conversations earlier on about how some plans had been made to temporarily house some of the residents. And I know in our earlier conversation, you also said that some of the residents were asked to hang 10 there in front of their structures. Has there been any formal word around some sort of alternative accommodation that will be provided to some of the residents, like Sis Mamsi that you just spoke to now?
Yes, people are still in desperate need of a shelter. We just read a government statement from eThekwini municipality saying that some of the victims were taken to a nearby community hall where they were able to spend a night there, and also provided with some necessities such as food and also some of the clothing. But according to the people that we have spoken to earlier on, They did say that they did not go there. They were told to come here, especially in the night, and also from this morning to ensure that they do stand guard, so that because of the furniture they had to ensure that it doesn't get stolen here, because there were those fears, as I've also alluded earlier on, to say that the few items that were saved from these spaza shop that you are standing on, those few items were also stolen by some of the locals here. So some of the people saying that there was that talk of the community hall to house some of the victims, but majority of them did not go, fearing that their furniture, clothing, and also some of the items that were also saved from the fire will be stolen. So that's what the local people here are saying, but the municipality did say they did open their hands, and also by opening the community hall so that it can accommodate the victims of the fire. But fortunately, no one died. There were no casualties or injuries whatsoever. It's just a huge amount of devastation that has never seen in this area of Dakota Informal Settlement here in Isiphingo, with a number of people who are staying here, more than 350 shacks that were raised to the ground. That will mean that it's thousands of people who were here. The population is just more than 2,000 of people who have been left homeless, including young children or school going age, as we have heard earlier on. Mamsi Monet is saying that they've even lost school uniforms, as the schools are also on tomorrow, so they do not know how they can sort that or address that situation, because children will be without their school uniform when they need to go to school this coming week. Masang.
Right, that's Vusi Khumalo, our reporter there, on the pulse of that devastating story at the Dakota Informal Settlement in Durban.